Yeah, good morning, students. So, up to in the last session, we have completed the EC2 services and how to upload objects, some S3 features we discussed in the last session. Now, today's session, we are going to discuss one more concept that is nothing but IAM. IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. Identity and access management. Using this identity and access management, we had to create the IAM users. We had to create the IAM users. I'll tell you how we had to create the IAM users, how to create policies, IAM policies, and how we had to create the custom password policy, custom password policies, and if time permits, MFA stands for multi-factor authentication. How we had to apply multi-factor authentication for a root user and how we had to apply multi-factor authentication for IAM users. Right. So why the IAM users are required? Why the IAM users are required? Let us assume that first I had to explain the IAM user. Let us assume that in the industry or an organization, there are 200 employees at there. 200 employees. For 200 employees, the management cannot provide individual their AWS accounts. Individual their AWS account, they cannot be provided. They are creating the IAM user. Suppose the 10 employees are working in the EC2 service. They are providing for those 10 employees EC2 service only. The 20 employees are working in S3. They provide the only the S3 access. The 10 employees are working in IAM. They provide only for IAM services. Like that, for that purpose, you are creating an IAM users. Now, for that, I prepare my class material. See that this is the IAM stands for Identity and Access Management. See, there are AWS is providing the two types of accounts. Two types of users are there. One is a root user. Second one is a IAM user. Second one is nothing but IAM user. One is the root user. Second one is the IAM user. See, we'll see that when I sign into the AWS account, you have to see that every time I'll sign in using the root user. Root user is nothing but using my mail ID, whatever you are given for creation of your AWS account. That is nothing but a root user. Here, whatever the provider is providing the services, all the services are worked out here. All the services are worked out here. All the services are worked here. But whereas in IAM user, whatever the permission you are given, whatever the permission you are given, only that service is worked. That service is worked. In the root user, whatever the provider is providing, provider is AWS. If you are using Azure, Azure is nothing but the provider. Whatever the provider is providing, all the services are worked out in the root user. But the IAM user, whatever the services you are given the permission, only that service is working. The remaining services, it won't be work. Now, see that every day you are using the root user, you are entered your AWS account and you do your work. Fine. Now, today's session, how we have to create an IAM user. I'll tell you just what is the importance of an IAM user, why you have to create an IAM user. See that in this diagram, in my class notes, I have to see this diagram. Here, this is the AWS account. With this AWS account, we have to create IAM users. That is admin group, developers group, and the testing group. In this group is nothing but the combination of group of users. That is nothing but one group. Admin group, developer group, testing group. Here in admin group, those are the IAM users are there. In the developer group, those are the IAM users are there. Those are the users are there, right? In the test group, those are the users are there. Those are the employees are there. Now, in this session, how we had to create groups, how we had to create the IAM user, I had to explain. For that, see that I open my AWS account with the root user. You had to create IAM user. First, I'll sign in root user. I entered my mail ID and the password right? This is my AWS account. This is my AWS account. Those are recently visited services in my AWS account. Now, to create an IAM user, this session I am creating IAM user. That is, I am creating the IAM user one. For this IAM user, I am given the EC2 permission. We had to create an IAM user is for that here on search box, you have to type IAM. IAM stands for identity and access management. Or here also there recently visited services IAM option is there. You have to click on here also, no problem. See that here on left side under access management users option is there. Click on users option. See that is any users are there? Is there any IAM users are there? No IAM users are there. Now you have to create the IAM users. How we have to create an IAM user is click on create user. Here I am given as the user name is user one I am given. Copy this IAM username and paste it here in the notepad. Fine. Here we have to enable provide user access to AWS management console. We'll put the tick mark here. Or providing console type is I want to create an IAM user. Or if you are specify a user identity center, no, I am not recommended this one. I want to create an IAM user. That's why I'm selecting this option. Scroll down. Here, the console password. That is for IAM user password, the alternate password you are taken, or you are given the password. I am given the password, the custom password I am. You have to select this one. Custom password. Or if you want to auto generate password also, we can select this one. No problem at all. But I am in my password. Custom password I am given. Here, while given the password must be 8 characters length. See friends. Here, you have to give the password. That is uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and the special symbols. Here, we have to give combination of at least three mix of these character types, uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and these symbols. Now, I am given the password that is user @123 I am given. See that this is the IAM user password I am given. Copy this IAM user password and paste it in the notepad. Fine. Here, the user must create a new password at the next sign in. That is for the first time, you are using the password user @123 for the IAM user one. For the next time, you want to change that password. No, I am not recommended. Scroll down. Click on next option. Here, see that the permissions option is there. Here, add users to a group. Right now, I am not creating any IAM groups. That's why I have not chosen this option. Or you want to copy permission. or you want to attach policy directly for this IAM user. Here, you may select anyone. Right now, I am not creating any IAM user group. Any groups I am not created. I have not copied the permissions. And attach policies directly. See friends, here in my AWS account, how many policies are there? 1211 policies are there. 1211 policies are there. For this IAM user, the user one, I'm attaching the policy. I'm attaching the policy that is EC2 full access permission I am given. It EC2 full, and we have to select this one. Scroll down, click on next option. Scroll down, it is providing the review details. Tags I am not given for easy identification purpose. Click on create user. The user is created. The user is created. This is the username and this is the password. This is the password. See that this is the password I am using for this IAM user. Click on return to the users list. The IAM user is created. See what is the username? User one. See that if you scroll this one, it is showing the details. It is showing the details. Wait for 1 minute. Wait for 1 minute. Now I am creating an IAM user. That is IAM user I am creating. I am given the permission is EC2 full access permission. Next, I want to create one more IAM user. How we have to create one more IAM user? How we have to create one more IAM user is here on left side in IAM under the access management users option is there. You have to click on create user. I am given the username is that is user2 I am given. Copy this username and paste it in the notepad. Paste it in the notepad. Fine. Here I'll put the tick mark here. Here I am chosen. I want to create an IAM user. Scroll down. Scroll down. Here console password. The custom password I am given. I am given the password name is user @123 I am given. This is the password I am given. I copy this password and paste it in the notepad for this IAM user. For this IAM user 2, I am given the permission S3 full access permission I am given. Fine. Fine. Scroll down. The user must create a new password at the next signing. No, I am not recommended this one. Click on next option. Here, I want to attach policies directly for this permissions option. Here I am selecting attach policies directly. Scroll down. Here we have to type it in permission policies S3 full access permission I am given. Full access permission I am given. I have to put the tick mark. I have to put the tick mark. Scroll down. Click on next option. Scroll down. Click on create user. The IAM user is created. The IAM user is created. This is the username and this is the password. This is the password. Fine. And then click on returns to the users list. Click on returns to the user list. That is the IAM user which is created. IAM user is created. See that? See that? IAM user 2 is created, right? Like that, we had to create an IAM user. In this session, how many IAM users I am created? 2 IAM users. That is user 1 and the user 2. Now, I am given the user 1, the S3 full access permission I am given. I am given the permission for user 2. I am given user 1 EC2 full access permission I am given. For user 2, I am given the permission S3 full access permission I am given. Fine. Now, this time I am not login using the root user. I have to open my another browser. I'll open my another browser. That is, you have to log in AWS. AWS. See that? I have to log in AWS. Just refresh the browser. Wait, I'm connecting through my mobile network. That's why the internet is slow. That's why the internet is slow. Yes, now I'm connecting my LAN connection. Wait, just I'll check it. What is the internet speed? Fine, fine. Okay, fine, fine. Now, now, see that AWS Management Console. Now this time, see that every time you are entered the root user. Now this time you are login as IEM user. Had to select the IEM user. Then it is asking your AWS 12-digit account ID. Where you got your AWS 12-digit account ID. This is my root user. Here in my root user, at the top your account name is there. Click on this one. Here account ID. This is my AWS 12-digit account ID. Friends, don't note down my account ID, right? We have to enter. This is my AWS 12-digit account ID, right? We have to enter. We have to select the IEM user. First, we have to enter your 12-digit account ID, AWS. Click on next. Now, we have to enter the IEM username. That is IEM username I am given as user1. And we have to enter the password. That is user @123. Click on sign in. See that? See that? I open my IEM user. See that? My AWS account is open. See friends? See friends? Right? Here, for this IEM user, I am given the permission EC2 full access permission I am given. EC2 full access permission I am given. See that. Now, here you are launch the Linux server with this IEM user. With this IEM user, you want the Windows server with this IEM user. We can launch and connect it. We can launch and connect it. Right? Right. Sorry for the inconvenience. Now, see that, see that this is I sign in with my IAM user. Here, the user one is there. For user one, what permission I am given? The EC2 full access permission I am given. For this IAM user, I want to create the bucket. For that, on the search box, you have to type it S3, S3. Yesterday's session, I explained that how we had to create bucket, how to upload objects. I had to choose the reason is Mumbai reason. Mumbai reason. We had to create bucket. I'm given the bucket name is Sheshadri 944131. I'm given. Scroll down. Object ownership ACLs is enabled. Scroll down. Scroll down. We have to remove block all public access. Scroll down. Put the tick mark for acknowledgement. Scroll down. Scroll down. Click on create bucket. Friends, we had to see that why it is failed to create a bucket. Why it is failed to create a bucket. See, for this IAM user, I am given what permission I am given? EC2 full access permission I am given. But I am trying to create the IAM, I am trying to create the S3 bucket. Then you are getting the message is failed to create. What is the reason? What is the reason? Friends, chart option is there. You have to utilize the chart option. You have to utilize the chart option. Why it is not create the bucket? The reason is for this IAM user, you are given the permission is EC2 full access permission. You are not given the permission S3 permission. That's why while creating the bucket using this IAM user, it is showing the message is failed to create bucket. Failed to create bucket. For this IAM user, I am given EC2 full access permission. I am not given the permission, the S3 bucket permission. That's why it is showing failed to create the bucket. For this IAM user, the user one, if you want to launch the instant, we can launch it using the EC2 service. See that? Go for the EC2 service for this IAM user. I have to select the region is Mumbai region. See, quickly I am launching the instances. Click on launch instances option. I am given the instant name is that is Linux one I am given. Scroll down. I am selecting the operating system is Amazon Linux I am selecting. Amazon Linux I am selecting. Scroll down. Free tier eligible one we have to select it. Scroll down. Instant type is T2.micro. It is providing 1 CPU, 1 GB memory. Key pair I am creating. The key pair name I am given as that is Linux 1 key I am given. And private key file format, PEM file format I am given. Click on create key pair. Key pair is downloaded in my downloads option. Then the next step is network settings. Click on edit option. Default VPC as is I am taken. I am not given any subnet preference. Auto assign public IP that is enabled. And the security group I am given as Linux 1 SG I am given. Copy the security group name and paste it in the description. Scroll down. You will launch the Linux server. Type is SSH. Port range is 22. Source type is anywhere. Scroll down. You are launching the Linux server. Default it is providing 8 GB. Scroll down. I am not given any advanced details and click on launch instant. The instant is launched in the Mumbai region. Where I am creating the instant, where I am launching the instant using the IAM user. Because for this IAM user, I am given the full access permission for the EC2 service. Now, this Linux instant will be showing in your AWS root account. See that? This is my IAM user. I am launching the Linux server. See that? It is showing that. The instant state is running. Now I open my root user. Root user. You have to see the EC2 service in my root account. In my root account. This is my root account. Now here instances we have to see that. Yes. Whatever you are created on the IAM user, those are reflected to the root user. Root user. With this IAM user one, I am trying to create the S3 bucket. It is failed to create the bucket. The reason is I am not given the permission, the S3 full access permission. Only I am given for this IAM user EC2 full access permission I am given. Right, right. Similarly, I have to sign out this IAM user one, user one, user one. See, I'll sign into the console again in your another browser, in your another browser, right? Here now this time I have to sign in. I have to sign in. That is, first we have to enter your 12-digit account ID. That is, enter your AWS account ID. After that, we have to select the IAM user. I have to enter your AWS 12-digit account ID. Click on next option. Now I am using the user name is user2 I am given. I enter the password. Whatever I am given the password, that is user @123. Click on sign in. This time you are logging using IAM user2. See friends. See friends. Now I am given the permission for this IAM user. S3 full access permission I am given. Now if you try to create the S3 bucket in this IAM user2, it is created. See that here we have to click on S3. Now you want to create the bucket, click on create bucket. I am given the bucket name is Sheshadri 1234 I am given. Scroll down. ACLs is enabled. Scroll down. Here block all public access. We have to remove the tick mark. Scroll down. Put the tick mark for acknowledgement. Scroll down. Click on create bucket. The bucket is created. I am creating the bucket in IAM user 2. In IAM user 2. See friends, in the root account, this is my root account. Here, we'll see the S3. You'll see in S3, whatever the bucket is created in the IAM user, that bucket is there. See that Sheshadri 1234 bucket is created. So those are the steps we have to follow, how we have to create the IAM user, how we have to attach the policies, how we have to attach the policies. Right. Now, I want to create one more IAM user. How we want to create IAM user? Here on search box, in your root account, here on search box, you have to type it IAM. Click on here. Click under access management users option is there. You have to click on create user. I'm given the username is the user 3 I'm given. Put the tick mark here. You have to select I want to create an IAM user. You have to select custom password. You may choose auto generate also, no problem. I'm given the password is user @123 I'm given. This is the password I am given. Copy this username and paste it here. The password also, username and the password. I'm not recommend to create a new password at the next sign in. Click on next option. Here I am given the policy. I am attaching the policy. EC2 full access permission I am given. EC2 full access permission I am given. Scroll down. Click on next option. Scroll down. Click on create user. Scroll down. Returns to the users list. Click on continue. The user 3 is created. Fine. Total how many IAM users I am created? 3 IAM users I am created. 3 IAM users I am created. For this, the user 1, I am given the EC2 full access permission I am given. The user 2, I am given S3 full access permission I am given. For user 3, I am given EC2 full access permission I am given. Now, what I am doing is, I want to create the IAM groups. I want to create the groups. How we had to create the groups? That is nothing but, see friends, this is the user 1. I am given the permission is EC2 full access permission. For user 3, I am given the permission is EC2 full access permission I am given. For these two users, I combined it and they are forming the group. That is nothing but the IAM groups. How we had to create it? Here, in your IAM user, in your IAM in the root account, here under the access management, users group option is there. See that, is there any groups right now? No. Now, I am creating the IAM group. I am creating the users group. For that, click on create group option is there. Now to give the group name is admin I am given. Admin I am given. Scroll down. Here, what are the IAM users you want to attach this group? You have to select the IAM, you have to select the IAM users. User 1, I want to attach it for this group. User 3, I want to attach it. Scroll down. Here, what permission you are given for this group? That is EC2 full access permission I am given. Select this one. Click on create user group and then click on create group. Click on create group. See that the user group is created. Admin group. Admin group is created. How many users are there? 2 users are there. 2 users are there. Let us suppose you want to create one more IAM user. How we have to create an IAM user? Here on left side, under access management, users option is there. I am creating the user. That is, I am given the username is user 4. Put the tick mark here. You have to select, I want to create an IAM user. You have to select custom password. I am given the password is user @123 password I am given. This is, I have to copy the username and the password and paste it in the notepad. Paste it in the notepad. That is user 4. I am given the password is this one. For this user 4 also I am given the permission EC2 permission I am given. EC2 permission I am given. Scroll down. I'm not recommend for the next create a new password at the next sign in. Click on next option. I add the policies directly. That is EC2 full access permission I am given. Select this one. Scroll down. Click on next option. Scroll down. Click on create user. Scroll down. Returns to the users list. Click on continue. Means I'm creating the IEM user 4. Now I want to add this IEM user to this admin group. How we had to add the IEM user to the admin group? First, you had to open the users group admin. See that add users option is there. Click on add users. Which user you want to add it? The user 4. Put the tick mark. Click on add user. Now, in this admin group, total how many users are there? 3 users are there. You have to click on this admin group. See that what are the users are there? User 1, user 3, and user 4. User 4. See that. How we had to create the users group? Here in IEM, under the access management, on the left side of the IEM, under the access management, users group option is there. If you want to create the group, click on create group option is there. You have to give the group name is, I am given this time, the group name is developer I am given. Scroll down. I want to add which users. That is, I am selecting the user to scroll down. Which permissions you are attaching. That is S3 full access permission. Put the tick mark. Click on create user. Click on create user. Click on create group. The group is created. See that developers group is created. How many users are there in this group? Only one IAM user is there. Only one IAM user is there. So if you want to create the IAM user, see that here on left side under the access management, users option is there. Click on create user. I am creating the user name is user 5 I am creating and put the tick mark here. I want to create an IAM user. I'm selecting the custom password. The custom password is user @123 I am given. And I copy this password and the username. Copy this password and the username. Username is user 5 and this is the password. I'm given the permission for this one is the S3 full access permission I am given. See that this I am not recommended. Click on next option. I attach the policies directly or you may add users to group. See friends, this time I am created the group, developer group I am created. I want this user to the group. Which group you want to add it? Developer group. Select this one. For developer, which permission, which policy you are attaching? S3 full access permission. So you can add IAM user directly to the group also. Scroll down. Click on next option. Scroll down. Click on create user. Return to the users list. Click on continue. That is the user 5 is created. This user 5 is comes under the group is developers group. See that it is added. Like that, we had to create the IAM users group. IAM users group we had to create it. How many groups I am created? The two groups I am created. One is admin group. Second one is developers group I am created. Developers group I am created. Fine. See here in admin group, how many employees I am added? 3 employees. User 1, user 3, user 5. Now I want to remove. I want to remove in admin group user 4 I want to remove that one. How we had to remove is first we had to open the group admin group and then here which user you want to remove it. Select the IAM user. Here remove option is there. Click on remove. Then that user is removed from the users group. That user is removed from the admin group. It is not deleted from the IAM user. See that user is there. That user is there. That user is there. User 4 is there, but it is not in the group. See that in group only admin group, two users are there. User 1 and user 4. User 4 I am deleted. User 1 and user 3 is there. How we had to remove? How we had to remove? That is in group. How we had to remove the IAM user? That is we had to open the group, users group. That is we had to open admin group. We had to select the IAM user. Click on remove option. Click on remove. Right? But the IAM user is there. User 3 is there. It is not deleted. It is not deleted. Fine. Sir, how we have to delete the group? For that, here on left side under the access management, users group is there. Here we have to select your users group, admin, go for delete option. And here we have to type it the admin. The group name we have to type it, click on delete option. Then the users group is deleted. Users group is deleted. Similarly, you want to delete this IAM users group, select the users group, go for delete option. Then here we have to type it the group name. The group name is developers. Group name is developer. Click on delete option. Click on delete option. So those are the steps we had to follow. How we had to create the IAM users. How we had to create the users group. How we had to create users group. How we had to add to the users group. How we had to add users to the users group. How we had to remove IAM user to the users group. How we had to delete the users group. All those things I had to explain. Now, one more concept is here how we had to create IAM policies. How we had to create the IAM custom policies we had to create it. How we had to create IAM custom policies. See that here in IAM, under the access management, policies option is there. Policies option is there. See how many policies are there? 1209 policies are there. Like the policy, you had to create it. How we had to create your custom policy, custom policies. But then here in IAM, left side under the access management, policies option is there. Click on create policy option is there. Had to click on. And here we had to select the service. Which custom policy you need to create it. I'm selecting the IAM. I'm selecting the IAM. Now, here, actions allowed, allow or deny. I'm selecting allow. Now, here, access level, list. I want, I want to display, list the groups. I want to list the users, where this users option is there. Here, I want to list the users. I want to list users policy only. I'm selecting this one. Like that custom policy I am created. Next, here in read option is there. Read access level is there. Here in read access level, as per your convenient, we have to select it. I'm selecting all. I'm not given permission. I'm not given permission in my custom policy, write policies. Scroll down. Click on next option. Then we have to give the policy name. The policy name I'm given as Sheshadri policy I'm given. Sheshadri policy I'm given. Copy this policy name and we have to paste it in the description. Scroll down. Scroll down. Click on create policy. The policy is created. See that in earlier 1209 policies are there. Now one more policy it is added. What the policy name? What the policy name? That is with my name. With my name. Sheshadri policy is there. Just now I am creating the custom policy. Just now I am creating the custom policy. Now, if you are creating the IAM user with your custom policy also, how means here on left side of the IAM, here under the access management, click on users option. Here, click on users option. Here, we have to create the user. I am creating the user name is my name I am given. Sheshadri IAM user I am creating. Here you have to put the tick mark. I want to create an IAM user. You have to select the custom password. I'm given the password. I'm given the password. I'm given the password. I'm not create a new password. I'm sign in, right? Click on next option. Here, I am attached the policies directly. I am attached the policies is my policy I am attaching. My policy I am attaching. Put the tick mark, scroll down, click on next option, scroll down, click on create user, scroll down, returns to the users list, click on continue. That is the IEM user Sheshadri I am created. I am attaching my custom policy. My custom policy I am attaching. Now, this time, if I am open the new browser, I sign out this IEM user and I'll sign in using the IEM user Sheshadri. Sign into the console. Sign into the console. For that, you have to open the new browser. New browser. Now, here, see that we have to select IEM user. We have to select it. You have to enter the AWS 12-digit account ID. Click on next option. Here we have to enter the IEM username. IEM username. What is the IEM username is there? Sheshadri. Fine. Fine. You have to enter the password, whatever the password you are given. Whatever the password you are IEM user. For this IEM user, that is custom policy I am given the permission. Custom policy I am given the permission. That is IEM permissions I am given. See that list permission and read permission I am given. See that. Click on IEM user. Click on IEM user. Here, see that it is showing the list only. See here in users, it is showing what IEM users are there. That list only it is showing. You are trying to create the IEM user. With this IEM user, I'm not given the permission. I'm attaching the custom policy. In custom policy, I'm given list permission I am given. That is list users, list groups, and only read permission I am given. Read all permission I am given. I'm not given write permission. See friends, with this IEM user, Sheshadri, I'm trying to create the user. Then what happened? Click on create user. That is user 10 I am given. Put the tick mark. Select custom password. I am given the password. That is user @123. This is the password I am given. I'm not recommend this one. Click on next option. Click on next option. And I am attaching the policies. See that access is denied. Access is denied. Access is denied. I want this IEM user to the group. No permission. Click on next option. No group is there. Click on create user. See that it is showing an error message. User was not created. User was not created. What is the reason behind that? I am attaching the custom policy. On that custom policy, I am given the permission is list IEM user. Read IEM users only. I'm not given the permission, create permission. That's why you are not creating the IEM user with this IEM user. Only list the IEM users and read the IEM users. You are not able to create an IEM users, right? Like that, we had to create the custom policies. We had to attach the custom policy to the IEM users, right? Right? I had to sign out this account. I had to sign out this account. Like that, we had to create the custom policies. Custom policies. Now, in this session, I want to discuss one more concept is how we had to create custom password policies. Custom password policies. Custom password policies. See friends, in my AWS root account, I want to first delete the IEM users. How we have to delete IEM users? Select the IEM user, go for delete option. Here we have to type the IEM username. We have to type the IEM username. Click on delete user. The user is deleted. Like that, we have to delete an IEM user. Select the IEM user. Click on delete option. Then we have to type it, the IAM user. Click on delete user. The user is deleted. How we have to delete IAM user? Select IAM user, go for delete option. Here we have to type it, the IAM username, that is user2. Type it here, click on delete user. Like that, we have to delete an IAM user. I'm deleting all the users. I'm deleting all the users. All the users. Delete user. Select the IAM user. Delete user. I am given the user 4. Type it. Click on delete user. The user is deleted. The user is deleted. Fine. Click on delete user. Fine. Now I am creating the custom password policies. How we had to create custom password policies? Custom password policies. Just wait. Custom password policies I am creating. Fine. Fine. Now I am creating custom password policies. How we had to create custom password policies? See that to create an IAM user, here on left side under the access management, users option is there. Click on create user. I am given the username is my name. I am given Sheshadri 1. I am given. Put the tick mark. I want to create an IAM user. Select the custom password. See that here password length must be 8 characters, and it includes minimum combination of these 3 characters: uppercase letter, lowercase letter, number, and the special symbols. Now I want to change the password policy. Instead of minimum 8 characters length, I'm changing the password length is minimum 9 characters I am using. How we had to change it? How we had to change it? For that, here we had to select, we had to type it on the search box, IAM. Here on left side, under the access management, see that under the access management, account settings option is there. See that under the access management, account settings option is there. Here it shows the password policies. Click on edit option. Here IAM default, the password minimum length is 8 characters. Password strength is the minimum of 3 of the following mix of the character types: uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and alphanumeric. I want to change the custom password policy. For that, we have to select custom option. Instead of 8 characters, I'm given as 9. The password strength, it requires uppercase letters, lowercase letters, and the numbers. I'm not given any special symbols. And others also we have to specify. If you want to specify, turn on password expiration. Password expiration required administrator reset, right? Like that feature also, if you want to include, we have to enable those features. Here I'm changing the password length. Custom password length I am providing 9 characters, the minimum. The password strength is alphabetic upper letter, lower letters, and the numbers only. Click on save changes. Set custom. Now you are trying to create an IAM user. I am given the username is, that is Sheshadri 1 IAM user I am given. 1 IAM user I am given. put the tick mark. I want to create an IAM user. Now I am create the custom password. Now this time I am given as user @123 I am given. User @123 I am given. See that how many characters length is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 characters length I am given. Scroll down. Click on next option. Click on next option. See friends. Then what it is showing? The password you entered does not conform the account password policy. You are changing the password policy. That is the minimum 9 characters you are given. 9 characters you are given. Fine. I am given the 9 characters. 9 characters. Click on next option. Click on next option. See that I am attaching the policies. I am given the permission is easy to full access permission I am given. Put the tick mark. Put the tick mark. Click on create user. The user is created. But the minimum I am providing the uppercase letter, lowercase letter, and the number. I am not given special character. That's the optional. But I am here. I am given the special characters. That is, it is accepting. That is, it is accepting. Suppose I am trying to create one more IAM user. Click on create user. I am given the post. I am given the username is Sheshadri2. I am given. Put the tick mark. I want to create an IAM user. You have to select custom password. That's why I am given. The password is user. That is what I am given is. This is the password I am given. Sheshadri 9441. This is the password I am given. See that. This is the password I am given. I am not including the uppercase letters. How many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 length is there. Okay. Click on next. Then it is showing an error message. What it is showing? The password you entered does not conform the account password policy. It must include the uppercase letters. Here in this password, no uppercase letters is there. That's why it is not accepting this password. Like that, we had to create custom password policies. Custom password policies. So friends, in this session, I explained how we had to create IAM user, how we had to create IAM user, how to create IAM groups, how to create IAM policies, how we had to create custom password policies. I explained. Now, in this session, I want to explain one more concept, that is MFA. MFA stands for multi-factor authentication. What is the abbreviation for the MFA? MFA stands for the multi-factor authentication. Multi-factor authentication. Here, using the multi-factor authentication, it is providing one more layer of security to your IAM user or to your root user. We had to apply the multi-factor authentication to your root user or to your IAM user. To your IAM user. First, I had to explain the multi-factor authentication, how we had to apply to the root user. Based on the procedure, we had to apply the multi-factor authentication to the IAM user. To the IAM user. Okay. For that, I open my AWS account. I open my AWS account. Whatever the IAM users are there, those IAM users I have to delete it. No need for me. No need for me. I am deleting. Click on delete user. IAM user is deleted. Now, I apply multi-factor authentication at the root user. You have to apply multi-factor authentication at IAM user based on the procedure. First, I have to apply multi-factor authentication at root user. You try to apply multi-factor authentication for the IAM user. For the IAM user, the multi-factor authentication, it is providing additional layer of security to your root account or to your IAM user. to your IEM user. See that for that, I prepared the material also, class material, the multi-factor authentication. See that. For that, the MFA devices we have to use it. MFA devices we have to use it. To provide one more layer of security, we have to install anywhere devices, Google Authenticator app, Twilio Auth 2-factor authentication app, or Geo mobile app, right? Like that, Microsoft Authenticator software, we have to use it. We have to use it anywhere devices. It may be the mobile or it may be the laptop. So the multi-factor authentication, it is providing one more layer of security to your AWS account. So friends, I'm using the Twilio Auth 2-factor authentication. Twilio Auth 2-factor authentication. In your mobile, we have to install it. What is the Twilio Auth 2-factor authentication? Twilio Auth 2-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication. So in your mobile, go to Play Store, go to your Google Play Store. We have to install this app. This app, we have to install it to apply the multi-factor authentication. I am using this is the software. You may install others also, no problem at all. I have to explain using Twilio Auth 2-factor authentication. Fine. Now, sir, how we have to apply the multi-factor authentication? Friends, we have to remember, I have to close this sign out, this AWS root account, and again sign into the console. We have to observe. I am selecting the root user. I entered the mail ID and I entered the password. Sign in. Fine. I'm not given any additional code to enter your AWS account. Now, after applying multi-factor authentication to your root account, we have entered the additional code we have to enter. For that, in your mobile, we have to install which software we have to install it? Auth 2-factor authentication. Twilio Auth 2-factor authentication. Using Google Play Store, we have to install this app. This is the symbol it is showing. We have to download in your mobile and we have to install this app. Fine. After that, sir, how we have to apply multi-factor authentication to the root user? Using multi-factor authentication, it is providing one more layer of protection to your root user. Or you may apply multi-factor authentication to the IEM user. It is providing one more layer of security to your IEM user. Fine. I apply the multi-factor authentication to the root user. For that, I open my AWS account. Fine. Here, the right side at the top, your account name is there. Click on that. Here, you have to scroll down. Security credentials option is there. Scroll down. Here, multi-factor authentication. Is there any multi-factor authentications are there? No. 0 is there. We have to assign MFA device. Click on assign MFA device. Here option is there. Here also option is there. You may click on anyone. I'm click on assign MFA device. Here, you have to give the device name. I'm given the device name is any name we have to give it. Mobile 123 I'm given. Here, it is a 3-step process. First, we have to select MFA device. For MFA device, you are chosen authenticator app, or you may choose security key, or you may choose hardware TOTP token. I am chosen the app only, authenticator app only. I'm not chosen security key. I'm not chosen hardware TOTP token. I'm selecting authenticator app. I'm selecting. Scroll down, click on next option. Here, the multi-factor authentication using the authenticator app, it is a 3-step process. Here, the first step, already I told that we have to install compatible application in your devices. It may be the mobile, or it may be the laptop, or it may be the desktop. You have to install compatible applications such as a Google Authenticator, Geo Mobile, or Authy app on your mobile device or computer. That's the first step. Then the second step is we have to scan. We have to click on show QR code. This is the QR code is there. So friends, in your mobile, we have to install Authy two-factor authentication, or you may install any authentication apps. Here, whenever you are installed in your mobile Authy Philo Authy two-factor authentication app, after that, after installing app in your mobile, plus symbol is showing. Click on plus symbol. Here in your mobile, scan QR code option is there. You have to click on in your mobile, scan QR code on the app. Click, we have to scan the QR code, whatever it is shown, then we have to save this one on your mobile. Then it is showing the 6-digit account number. We have to enter on the third step the 6-digit numbers consecutively. The two 6-digit numbers we have to enter. I received one MFA code. Just wait for 30 seconds. One more code I want to receive. I have to enter two MFA codes, successive MFA codes. Consecutive MFA codes we have to enter it. Type 2 consecutive MFA codes. I received one more code in my mobile 018410 and click on add MFA. Here in my root user, I'm adding multi-factor authentication. See friends, now I sign out my root account. And again signing to the console. I'm selecting the root user. You have to enter the mail ID and we have to enter the password. Click on sign in. In earlier, it is not asking MFA code. Now this time it is asking the MFA code. That is, you receive MFA code to your mobile in the app. That 6-digit code we have to enter it and click on submit. Then only your AWS account is open. In earlier, it is not asking the MFA code. Means the MFA code which is providing the one more layer of security to your root user. So in earlier, I am entered that is a root user. I entered the mail ID and the password only. Now, after applying the multi-factor authentication, it is asking one more layer of security. That is, we have to enter the MFA code, the 6-digit code we have to enter it. Then only your AWS account is open. Otherwise, your AWS account, it is not open. Means you are assigned the MFA is nothing but it is providing additional layer of security to your AWS account. Right? I apply the multi-factor authentication to the root user. With the same procedure, we have to apply the multi-factor authentication to the IAM user. That's we have to practice it. Sir, how we have to remove the MFA to the root user? That is, for that, in your AWS account, in the right side, your account is there. Go for security credentials. Scroll down. Multi-factor authentication is there. You have to select this one. Here, remove option is there. Click on remove option. Then your MFA authentication is removed. Now, if you try to remove in your mobile app Authy two-factor authentication, that is, it is not removed. It is taking, if you try to remove, that is, your account will be deleted. That is, MFA will be deleted 48 hours. Okay, 48 hours. Fine. So in the same procedure, we have to apply for the IAM users also. See that? That's we have to practice it. Go for IAM user. Just I am creating the IAM user. Then we can apply the MFA. I am creating the IAM user. Click on create user. The user name is user one I am given. Put the tick mark. I want to create an IAM user. Select the custom password. That is user @123. Right? This is the password I am given. And remove the tick mark. See that? I'm given the custom password. You can change the custom password. How we have to change the custom password. That is, see that I am not saying that one. Here on left side of the IAM, account settings option is there. Password policy, click on edit option. You have to select the default, that is minimum 8 characters length. I have to give the combination of these three. Click on save changes. Right. Now I am creating the IAM user. Click on create user. The username is user1. Put the tick mark. I want to create an IAM user. You have to select the custom password. I am given the password is user@123. This is the password I am given. Right. Click on next. I am attaching the policy. EC2 full access permission I am attaching. Put the tick mark. Click on next option. Click on create user. Click on returns to the users list. Click on continue. Sir, how we have to apply MFA? The same procedure. Same procedure. We have to apply multi-factor authentication to the IAM user. Here I am creating the IAM user. Here we have to click on the IAM user. See that here at the bottom, permissions tab is there, groups tab is there, tags tab is there, security credentials tab is there. Here you have to scroll down, multi-factor authentication for this IAM user. It is not assigned. We have to assign MFA device and we have to follow the same procedure. We have to apply the multi-factor authentication. And after completion of that, we have to remove MFA to this IAM user, right? So this is about today's session. I explain, I think more concept I have to explain in the identity and access management. In identity and access management, in this session, I have to explain how we had to create IAM user, how we had to create IAM groups, how we had to create custom policies, how we had to create custom password policies, and how we had to change custom password policy to the default password policy, and how we had to apply multi-factor authentication at root user. We have to practice a multi-factor authentication for the IAM user. So those are the concepts today's session I had to explain. Next on Monday, we had to discuss that is how we had to connect your MySQL and also DynamoDB. DynamoDB. These two concepts I had to explain on Monday. I'll schedule the meeting. Okay. If anyone have any questions regarding today's session, they are given the assignment to you today or tomorrow, right? Mass Mutual, they are given the assignment. Okay. Thank you. On Monday, we'll meet I will schedule the time accordingly. We have to attend it. Thank you.